So we have our scenarios in place. We've set them up using the scenario manager under the what if analysis. So it's scenario manager. And we can see we have 3 scenarios for the first 3 fruits. So we have normal bananas, apples and pears, and then awful bananas, apples and pears, and then good bananas, apples and pears. What we don't know at the minute is how can we move from one set of scenario values to another. Well, that's fairly straightforward. We open the scenario manager as we have here. We choose the scenario values we would like to see. So if I want to now see the awful bananas, I simply choose that scenario name and click show. And what happens is Excel takes the saved values for that range and places them in the sheet. If that then has any knock-on effect to the totals for each month and for each fruit, then we see that totals take place. So we can do good bananas, show. Apple normal, which is what we have at the moment. Pear normal. Awful bananas, awful apples, show. Awful pears, show. Awful bananas, show. Now, whilst the scenario manager is open, although we can click show and show different scenarios, what we can't do is click out of the scenario manager. You see that we cannot. This is what's called a modal dialog box, in that you must stay within it effectively to do anything. If you want to come out, you need to click close. And that drops us back into the sheet, but leaves the last set of numbers that we asked to see. So it will go back into the scenario manager to then change any of those numbers. So awful pear, pear normal. So you can see a double click does exactly the same as a single click and show. So all you've effectively done is stored these numbers outside of the sheet in the scenario manager so that Excel can place them in at any stage. If you need to edit any of the values, for example, apple normal, you may want to change some of these numbers. You simply select the scenario, so the set of numbers that you wish to change, and click edit. You can then even change the name and the change in cells. Notice that the comment now says modified by. Well, I'll remove that extra bit. Then OK, and I can then step through each of the cells within the range to make a change to the apple normal. There's no need to highlight. You see it's already got the first value highlighted. So the normal could actually go up a little bit. That stays the same. That one goes up a little bit too. That one's going to come up as well. Those are the same. That one comes up a little bit more. That one stays the same. That one can go down dramatically. That one can come up a little bit. And then we get to the end and OK. And those values have then been changed for apple normal. So I can click show. And the new values that I've just entered are then placed in the sheet. So this is how to use the scenario values. So we saw how we could save them, and now we see how we can actually take them, a set of numbers, place them in the sheet, and see effectively the consequential knock-on effect to any totals for the fruit and for each month.